Looking for love guidance or tips on how to date someone? Maybe you're single and playing the dating game, or in a long-term relationship. There's something to be learned about how to recognize love. Tune in to True Love Knots by Maria Romano as she deep dives into everything about love, dating advice, wedding tips, entrepreneurship, and so much more. No matter your relationship status, Maria Romano has something to teach you about love, romance, staying together, breaking up, and everything in between.
Hi, hello everyone. It's almost 11 o'clock and we're going to wait a minute or two just to make sure and give everybody a chance to come join the different platforms. So my name is Maria Romano. I am the founder of True Love Knots. So for those of you today, let me know where you're located. What part of the world are you located in? Right now, I'm in Las Vegas. That's where I live. I'm originally a Bronx girl, just so that you know, and relocated to Las Vegas, in 1976. So I've been here quite a while. And I have to tell you, today is just a beautiful day out here in Las Vegas. So I will tell, let me take off. I think I can take my earbuds off. I think we're okay for now. And if anybody needs me, if we have any technical issues, one thing is I have to say, I have to give a shout out to Carissa Burrell. She is fabulous. She has been working with me and helping me with developing all these different platforms. We're just going to wait another minute or two. Just kind of let me know where you're from, what the weather's like. Does anybody have any great plans for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving. Just love, great time of the year. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of it as the kickoff to the holiday season. And my favorite holiday is Christmas. Is that your favorite holiday? Would love to know. Because I already have had my house decorated from a couple of weeks ago. And pretty soon I'm going to start baking and cooking and the things that we all love to do. Because you know what? There's nothing that feels and tastes better like childhood, right? Isn't that a great feeling? So those of you out there, again, I hope that everybody now has come on and joined us. And I do want to share with you a little bit about today's talk. And I'm excited about today's talk. But before we start, first of all, if you are on your laptop, computer, wherever you're at, make sure you have your adult beverage sippy cup. Well, it's water. And I have a lid on it, so I don't want anything to, destroy my electronics. And guess what? I am a Hallmark. That's right. I am a big Hallmark junkie. I love listening to podcasts, and I also love Hallmark, so that you know. So make sure you have that set out. If you want to take some notes, that'll be great. But what I want to share with you today, I have a question for you. Do you love what you do? I mean, do you really love what you do? When you get out of bed in the morning, are you excited to start your day? Or at a point in your life where you feel like you're burned out, you just don't love the profession you're in, but you need to make a paycheck. And you feel like, again, you're burned out. Well, how about, if I'm going to share with you, how can you go from burnout to finding that fire in your belly again? That's right, going from burnout to finding that fire in your belly again. And there are many people out there, just like you, just like me, that have gone through this great overhaul, right, with their life, especially post-COVID. And we've had this great resignation, and you've made the decision. You want to start doing things that you love to do, but you need to make money. And you want to find something that you enjoy doing, but also helping other people. And maybe you're looking for another stream of income, which is always great. So maybe you want to have that position where you're behind the computer, maybe you're answering a telephone, whatever it is, but you also want to get out. You want to get out and meet people. I mean, we are made to connect with people. I mean, even though you might be on a telephone, you might be on a Zoom link or whatever platform it is, we're still made to connect with people. So how about if you were to think about a profession where you can make an impact in a couple's lives on one of the happiest days of their lives. Go to fabulous locations and get paid for it. I mean, doesn't that sound like something interesting? And that's what I've been doing for 13 years. I have been officiating wedding ceremonies. That's right, officiating wedding ceremonies. Because I was in the corporate world just like you. I actually owned my own car rental company here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it was the first woman-owned car rental company to be awarded a contract in one of the 13 largest airports at the time here in Las Vegas. And I did that with my late husband for, like 30 plus years. And it was a great, great profession. But you know what? I never loved what I did. I mean, it was something I did. I fell into it. I was CEO. It was great. But you know what? When we sold our company, I was at a point in my life where, you know what? I was in my middle 50s. That's right. My middle 50s. We sold the company in 2010. And I knew I needed to go to work. And I wanted to do something that I loved. And I actually went to a wedding ceremony over at the Las Vegas Country Club. One of my friends was getting married, and a woman performed the ceremony. And I thought, you know what? I would love to do that. I would love to be able to do that. So I then found out, about officiating. And I got my license, and I put together a marketing kit, and at the time a CD of me performing a mock wedding in my backyard, and put together a resume, and I went out to all the different chapels in Las Vegas. Well, let me tell you, I was still the best kept secret. There were, chapels out there were not necessarily hiring, and they were not necessarily hiring women, because at the time it was a very gender-driven profession. And I came from a gender-driven profession. I didn't let that stop me, so that you know. So I kept pounding the pavement and knocking on those doors again. And before you know it, I actually broke into the wedding industry. So now I'm on my way to almost 5,000 wedding ceremonies I have performed over the last 13 years. And I want to tell you, every time I get up, every time I walk into a chapel, every time I walk to a venue, every time I get on a helicopter, I love what I do. And, and what you need to think about too is, in this particular profession, what you say to a couple has a life. And it resonates with them, not just the day of their wedding ceremony, not just the kickoff of their wedding ceremony, but for the rest of their lives. Because there are going to be times in that couple's relationship where they are celebrating and they are just enjoying and relishing in the highlights of their life. And they're going to think about what you might have said as a wedding officiant. Okay? And they're going to pull from that memory. Or that couple could also be going through some challenges. And maybe they go back and watch the video, the CD of their wedding ceremony, and something that you said made such an impact that it helped their relationship. Imagine doing something powerful like that. Imagine that. And this might be the profession for you. And that's why I have created a course on how to become not just a wedding officiant, but a rock star wedding officiant. And that's because when you perform somebody's ceremony, there are no do-overs. If something isn't right, you cannot ask the videographer to come back, the guests to come back, the photographer to come back and redo that ceremony. And that's why I've created this course. I have a step-by-step process that takes you through every part of a wedding ceremony. And also, in addition, I also have some marketing tools. I also provide you with some presentation skills in order for you to be successful. And the reason for that is, you know what? I have a passion and a purpose. I love what I do, and I want to share what I do. And that's what's important, is to be able to share your knowledge with other people. And there are lots of people out there just like me, and it could be you, that wants to make an impact in other people's lives. Or maybe just you're looking to officiate a friend's ceremony. Maybe your family member wants you to officiate a ceremony. And again, you want to do it right. I mean, I have to share with you, I have so many beautiful stories about how couples have impacted my life. Not that I've impacted their lives, but they've impacted my life. I'll never forget one of the wedding ceremonies that I performed over at the Silver Sky Wedding Chapel, which is known as the Link now here in Las Vegas. And it was my 14th ceremony of the day, believe it or not, it was February 14, 2017. And my last couple was amazing, Vivian and Sam. And Vivian and Sam, oh gosh, they met 6 months earlier. And Vivian was a cougar, let me tell you. Vivian was 92 years old. Yes, 92. And Sam, he was 87. And Sam was waiting up there by me. Okay, and he came down the aisle in a walker, and he had beautiful blue eyes and white hair. And then all of a sudden, Vivian comes rolling down in her scooter with gorgeous white hair as well and brown eyes. And you had to see the love that was being exchanged between both of them. And they actually met in an assisted living home 6 months earlier in Arizona. And they came to Las Vegas to get married. And I felt so honored to be part of their life. And that's what's wonderful about this profession. You can take this profession and you can do this anywhere. Okay, you can find out licensing is pretty simple in most different states and municipalities. And that's what I also teach you and help you with. Now, here in Nevada, our laws are a little different, and you do need to get your licensing done through the county and through the state. But that's something that I do talk about as well. But could you imagine, if you're anywhere else in the country, it's a little bit easier to obtain a license. And if you're a notary, in most states, notaries can perform wedding ceremonies. So this can be another stream of income for you. I mean, think about it. You might be at a point where you want to add to your income. You have some extra time and you want to get out and you want to be able to make an impact in other people's lives. It's something to think about. Could you imagine performing a wedding ceremony on a helicopter? I've done that. Can you imagine performing a wedding ceremony on a hot air balloon? I got this close, and it was the winds were 5 miles an hour. They had to cancel this close. But could you imagine doing that? And then maybe performing a wedding ceremony over at a beautiful state park, or maybe on a large boat, a yacht, maybe in the mountains, maybe in just somebody's backyard. But imagine doing something like this, okay, and impacting other people's lives and getting paid. I mean, really, it's like the trifecta, right? Going to great places, getting paid, and impacting other people's lives. I mean, think about this. This is a great profession. This is a great profession to add. And what's wonderful about the profession, it's timeless. It doesn't matter how young. Well, you have to be a certain age to get your license, but how old you are. Because you can be any age, and you can still perform a wedding ceremony. And you can sometimes put it aside, and then, of course, maybe jump back into it. And what's great about the course that I'm offering right now is usually I will offer 2 types of courses. I offer a direct online training where you download it and you watch all of the videos and you get the workbook. And you always have access to email me should you have any questions. But I also do live training, and that's only twice a year. And it's coming up on January 11th and January 18th, where I actually come to you live via Zoom. And we go through the course. You go through the 13 videos, and we have a chance to talk about, what resonated with you, what you think you might need more help on. And I also throw in a bonus of presentation skills because, we all know, again, you only have one shot. There are no dress rehearsals when it comes to a wedding ceremony. And you want to make sure you get it right. But what's great about this bonus offer is my normal price for live training with me is $477. However, I'm running this Black Friday special where you can buy my Do It On Your Own course, download it at $177, and still get the benefits of the live training with me in January. And that is a big savings in itself. But wait, it doesn't just stop there. I'm going to be adding some more components to my course as far as baptisms, in-home blessings, and end of life celebrations. So anyone that purchases the course this year, okay, actually before December 15th, will get the benefit of the online training as well as the enhancements that I'm going to add to this course. So you can do multiple things when you get your officiant's license if you choose to. You can take it beyond wedding ceremonies. Then you have vow renewals. And then you can also do baptisms in homes. A lot of people are baptizing their children or having themselves as family members in their homes. So maybe over at a park. It's not always, at a church. And in addition, the end of life celebrations can be done anywhere. So those are things that I'm also going to be adding to my course. But the purpose is, you want to make sure that whatever you do, and this is what I started out with, are you loving what you do? Are you loving what you're doing for your living? Are you excited about getting out of bed in the morning? I mean, I know we have to pay the bills. We just can't go to bed and hope that money is going to appear at our door. You need to, of course, do something that's going to, make sure that you are paying your bills, that you're able to sustain yourself and your family. But also, should you decide that you want to take this course, the investment is minimal. And there's time that you do have to spend marketing yourself and getting yourselves out there. And I do share that also in my marketing component. But you can also build over a 6-figure business with this, should you decide that you want to go into this profession. What's great is you can start this profession, you can then add to it whatever it is that works for you. But this is a great, great profession. It's something to think about. I know you're probably all getting ready for the holidays and you have so many things on your plate, but imagine adding another revenue stream to your income. Imagine waking up in the morning and getting excited about loving what you do. Imagine walking into a couple's wedding venue, and performing a wedding ceremony that when they finish, and when you finish the ceremony, and they look at you, and they have tears streaming down their cheeks because you've touched them. But you've not only touched the couple, you might have also made an impact on their guest as well. And imagine when you go to sleep at night, loving what you do, especially when your couples say, I do. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Maria, at trueloveknots.com, and it's KNOTS on the knots. I'd love to talk to you about it. This is something where we can explore if this is something for you. And again, this is not for everyone. But if you're looking to do something that's going to impact other people's lives and you're going to want to feel good about yourself and make additional money, this might be the profession for you. In the meantime, continue to stay healthy, happy, and safe. And as I always say, spread love. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.